Hi Virgo, this is your horoscope for April 2018. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Now, from the 1st of April until the 15th of April, we have Saturn conjuncting Mars. Saturn is the planet of structure and security. Mars is the planet of drive, desire, and getting things moving. They sit together in your 5th house of romantic relationships in the sign of the worker Capricorn. And what that does is for the first 15 days of April, you're really going to be concerned with working at improving your romantic relationships. So if you're single, you're going to work very hard to find a romantic partner. If you're in an existing relationship, you're going to work hard to bring more romance and passion into that relationship and to tell your partner that you love them. On the 16th of April, we have a new moon in Aries. And the new moon is when the sun and the moon sit together and the moon is totally black and it recharges its energy. I'm going to make a separate video on this to go into more detail on the new moon. But what's important is that it happens in your 8th house. The 8th house is other people. It's you in connection to others. And it's groups of people that are bigger than you. So it's clubs and organizations, corporations, companies, institutions, anything that's bigger than you. This new moon in Aries is going to give you a desire to progress in whatever group you belong to. So it may want you to seek a promotion or to become an elected president or to have more say when it comes to making decisions in the club or organization that you belong to. And it's going to push you to have more drive and to have more influence. Also on the 16th of April, Mercury, the communication planet, goes direct. That's also in your 8th house. And because it's been in retrograde, it's been really difficult for you to decide what your role should be when it comes to these organizations that you belong to. Mercury is also your ruler, so this has affected you especially powerfully. And now that it goes direct, it's going to be crystal clear to you what role you want to play. From the 17th of April until the 6th of September, so for a really long time, Saturn, the outer planet of structure, goes retrograde, and that gives you the ability to say no and to dismantle things that you don't like and to let go of structures that no longer serve you. And it's interesting because for the first 15 days of the month, you were looking to create more structure in your love life and in your relationship life. Now that you've done that, what you're working on from the 17th of April until the 6th of September is getting rid of things in your relationships that don't work. So if you've always had a tendency to people please or to take care of your partner or to try and fix your partner, then you'll be able to recognize that behavior for what it is, realize that it no longer serves you, and to let go of it and to detox it in a way that feels really easy and natural. From the 22nd of April until the 30th of September, again a really long time, Pluto goes retrograde. And Pluto is also in your 5th house of romantic relationships. And what that does is it allows you to let go of inner wounds and it makes you take responsibility. So if you have been in really abusive relationships or relationships which have not served you for a long time, you're going to be able to forgive yourself for that, to let go of the pain of the time that you feel that has been wasted, and not just go into guilt and say, oh, you know, that was terrible, but to continue the behavior. You forgive yourself, you recognize the behavior, you take responsibility, and you change your actions in future. So for you, Virgo, this is a really wonderful month of standing in your power and deciding the kind of person you are in connection to organizations and what role you play in your personal romantic life, and really letting go of behaviors that are incongruent to who you really are. So it's becoming much more authentic in all of your relationships in life. On the 25th of April, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, goes into Gemini in your 10th house of career. So you're going to find communicating at work really, really enjoyable. So if you're self-employed, doing a event where you speak publicly or you teach, or if you're an employee, doing a presentation or addressing groups of people is something that's actually going to give you a sense of fun and enthusiasm and enjoyment. Gemini is the other sign that's ruled by Mercury. So Gemini is kind of your neighbor, and you can really benefit when planets are in Gemini because Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. In Virgo, it's about receiving information. In Gemini, it's expressing that information. So you always have a lot of information that you've picked up. When things go into Gemini, it gives you the opportunity to speak out. Finally, on the 30th of April, we have a full moon in Scorpio, and that takes place in your 3rd house. And it sits on top of the lucky planet Jupiter, which is also in Scorpio. So the 3rd house is communication, and it's the way you think. So with Venus up there in your 10th, and now this full moon in Scorpio, which I'll make a separate video on as well, if you listen to your feelings and your guidance, you'll open opportunities in your life that come through your thoughts and ideas, and you'll really be inspired and you'll get guidance as to what to do next in your work, in organizations you belong to, in your love life, to make your position better, more secure, and to put you in a position where you're happy with what you've got and where you're at. So this is really a month of sorting out your relationships with other people and moving yourself into a position that you're really pleased with, and that gives you a sense of being appreciated and having influence and having power. So it looks like a great month for you. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you next month.